Hello you lovely lot, how are we all doing? Doing alright? Yeah. So today I'm doing a little Doctor Who news sort of video, I don't know, just fancy doing it. So here it is. Yeah, we've got some content coming out for Doctor Who related stuff, and I just want to talk about it and want to talk about the upcoming stuff, you know? I just feels a bit different, not just doing an unboxing or anything, or pickups, or just a sort of news sort of thing. I don't know what my hands are doing, you can, you know... Yeah, so... Obviously, the 60th anniversary year is here, and we are slowly creeping up to November, which will be the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, as I've just mentioned. And Russell T Davies is obviously coming back to helm and show. And we've got a plethora of things coming out, related physical media-wise and figure-wise coming up. So, yeah, I just want to talk about it, really. So, first off, I want to talk about, maybe we should just talk about the figures. We'll talk about the figures first, because I like talking about the figures. We have had 3 brand new figure sets announced from Character Options, which involve a new History of the Daleks set, 1 and 2, and we got another new TARDIS set coming out, which is very nice. We're going to talk about the first, well, talk about this boy first. So, as you know, Revelation of the Daleks, we have a brand new set of these 2 coming out, which will be very nice. I already have 3 of these, but I'm obviously going to pick one up as well. I like army building. To have 5 Necros Daleks will be actually really cool. Because I have a little stop motion work piece that I've been doing in the background. I don't really show off to anyone, but I use these as like backup Imperial Daleks. As they basically, that's what Necros Daleks became when they started as the Necros Daleks, didn't they? They eventually evolved it into the Imperial Daleks, which is very nice. But yeah, no, they have some new work around like the head sculpt. Well, under the neck piece is a new piece there, and a more detailed eyepiece and stuff like that. It's always great to have more Daleks in the collection. As someone who didn't have a lot growing up of the classic Daleks, I'm always a sucker to grab my hands on some of them. I say that as you know, if you watch the last couple of videos, I am packing to move, and I've been slowly bubble wrapping them up and stuff like that. I actually luckily didn't put this guy away. So yeah, it's been a pain in the arse because I now have a lot of Daleks and trying to put them all away, put them away safely, ready for transport and storage. Kind of a little bit worried about them because I don't want them getting damaged, because they are. My pride and joy is absolutely love the Daleks figures because they do such a great job on them. Even if they're not exactly 100% accurate, I'm not a freak for it, as some people. I'm not saying you're a freak if you are, a lot of people. People are different collectors. I just like having a representation of it on the shelf. But yeah, no, very nice to be able to have more Necros Daleks in the collection. The biggest excitement for me is the other History of the Daleks set, which is the 5 Doctors, which is obviously the 25th anniversary story, and we are getting a brand new figure set for that, which is a beautiful Death Zone Dalek, which is absolutely glorious because the Death Zone Dalek, if you know it, the Dalek has different headlamps and stuff like that, a new just bodywork and stuff like that. It's absolutely a gorgeous Dalek model. It's an absolute gorgeous model, and it's obviously the only one in the story, and it was actually my first exposure to classic Daleks because it was the 5 Doctors was my first classic story I ever watched, which quite a lot of people were. It was the 5 Doctors. So yeah, obviously anniversary year, very glad that we're actually getting an anniversary set. But the biggest win for everyone in this set was a figure that was rumoured years and years ago, and that is Richard Hurndall as the First Doctor, and that is incredible. They're obviously, if you watch the video from Character Options, I'll link that in the description if you want to have a little look-see on that. They had a head sculpt for it for years, but it unfortunately got destroyed. But the Dons, they fucking come back and they've redone it for us, and we've got a Richard Hurndall. The only little gripe for me, my little gripe in that set is obviously he doesn't come with a walking stick, because he does have a walking stick in that episode, but the model himself, it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. It's my most anticipated of all the sets. But yeah, History of the Daleks sets, I don't even remember what number we're up to on those ones yet, but those are the 2, obviously the Revelation of the Daleks Necros and the Death Zone Dalek with Richard Hurndall. 2 fantastic sets in my eyes. And our new TARDIS set is a 6th Doctor TARDIS, which is a very, I can't remember the geezer's name who does the sets, the executive producer. He said it's a very trying to capture that detail of what it was like of the screen prop of the time itself, which is very nice. I love it when they take that extra care, stuff like that, because the closest 80s TARDIS we have is the 2 5th Doctors one, so it's nice that we're having a 6th Doctor one, and the 6th Doctor himself is actually based on a stage play, which is very nice. It's a lovely bit of variety to add to the shelf, because obviously we have variations of Colin Baker. You just have the standard one from season 22, which is obviously the one that's been, season 22, season 23, from season 23, I do apologise. We obviously have that standard costume, then we have him with his blue cloak from Revelation of the Daleks, and then we have his real-time costume, which I still don't have. You have his other blue one, which is from the Big Finish range, and then you have the Vengeance on Varos version of him. So it's nice that we now have a 5th version of him for the collection, which is very, very nice and very, very welcome in my eyes. So yeah, another TARDIS set, which I can't go wrong with TARDISes. Again, not having any classic TARDISes when I was growing up, because they had the 3, and now since 2017 I've been collecting all the TARDISes. So it's very nice to be able to have this to add to the collection also. But yeah, that's what makes it for the new B&M wave that's coming out later this year. I'm not too sure. It was obviously the August announcement, but I'm not too sure if it's going to be coming out in September time or maybe October time, maybe around there. Who knows, but I'm very excited to get my hands on those sets. So, speaking of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that, it is a very exciting year. Well, I've already mentioned it. I've got one here. For the 25th anniversary, the newest collection is Season 20, which is very exciting. We're finally getting our hands on another Peter Davison set, which is very nice, because this one came back out in like 2019, because I remember picking this up in my first year of uni. I remember it was the only one left in the Norwich HMV. I was like, I got paid, I was picking that up as soon as possible, and lo and behold, I do, and I'm so thankful for it, because yeah, Season 19 is a fantastic season, one of my favourite seasons, but Season 20, like I said, has that 25th anniversary story, the 5 Doctors in it, which is one of my favourite stories. It is in my top 5 Doctor Who stories of all time. It is my 3rd favourite classic story of all time also. It's brilliant. I absolutely love it. And the artwork for it is absolutely fantastic. They obviously do a fantastic job with these sets, and I'm absolutely I was over the moon when I heard that this was the latest season, and it's glad that we're getting another one for the year. Obviously very excited for it. Get a plethora of special features on board as well. As always, the remastered episodes are so the brand new special effects. Obviously, the sets that I always really want for is the updated special effects, and they are for Snake Dance and Enlightenment. So I can't wait to see that, because Enlightenment does have a load of great special model, has a great load of model work in it. So I'm quite waiting to see what they do to update that. I always like seeing stuff like that. And the Snake Dance obviously is another Maya story. Maya. I can't remember how you say the snake's name, but obviously they did that for Kinder, so they're now doing it for the sequel of Snake Dance, which is fantastic as well, because yeah, very unique villain. We haven't seen since the 5th Doctor era. I wonder if they would ever come back and do it. That would be quite interesting. If I was running Doctor Who, I would personally want to have another go at it. But yeah, no, very excited to see that. Obviously, you get all your, like, in conversations, you're behind the sofas, you have new making of documentaries as well, which is always great for these sets. Fantastic to absolutely see. Can't wait to get my hands on this new collection set. I have it pre-ordered, and it's coming out the 23rd of September. Obviously, you can go pre-order it on Amazon and stuff like that. Not a sponsor, but I'd like you to know, if you'd like to know where it is. And obviously, a standard edition will come out eventually, but these are for the limited editions, and I'm a big sucker for the limited edition sets myself over the standard edition. But that's just me. But swiftly moving on. Russell T Davies is coming back to the show, back to the anniversary sort of stuff. We have a newly remastered and upscaled version of Seasons 1 to 4, including the specials as well, Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant on the show, because obviously that was all helmed by Russell T Davies, so to capitalise on that, they are re-releasing the set of these seasons together. Sorry about the train going past, I just totally forgot. I thought it was late enough for it. Anyway, moving on from that, all freshly upscaled with the newest technology is what it says in the description, with also porting over all the special features and extra bonus content, which is very nice. It's very good of them to do so. Also, a brand new feature of looking back through time and space, which is a brand new just documentary or interview or something like that of looking back over this period of Doctor Who, which are fantastic. I would very much like to get this, because I still don't have seasons 1 and 2 on Blu-ray, because I missed out on the steelbook. But no, yeah, the artwork hasn't been announced for this new series, but at the same time, we don't really know too much about the transfer detail. It just says up to the highest definition, but at the same time, as I was watching Mr. TARDIS reviews, I will link that in the description below, because it's a very informative video. Like the last couple of releases on the standard edition Blu-rays, where the mixing was terrible between the sound and the sounds of the music and the dialogue, which seems to be happening quite a lot with some Blu-ray releases, Blu-ray and 4K releases. You'll watch a film, and all of a sudden the dialogue is so quiet, you have to listen to it on 40 or something, and then all of a sudden, bang, music comes on. It's fucking the loudest fucking thing you ever heard. It's like a nuke's been gone off in your fucking room. It's Oppenheimer all over again. Just hit me fucking desk. I'm all over the place. I can't get over bad mixing. As a sound designer, I can't get over bad mixing. Pisses me off. I'll tell you that much. But no, yeah. This is also available on Amazon to pre-order as well. This is being released it's being released in November. Hold on, the exact date, November the 13th. So obviously, again, no artwork or stuff like that. I will be holding off a little bit, probably for myself. I do want this, like I say, I do want season 1 and 2 on Blu-ray because I still only have the DVDs of it. So I would very much like to have a Blu-ray edition, and I would also like that extra bonus feature. Unless they're fucking going to be nice and repress the series 1, 2, and 9 steelbooks. That would be fantastic. The 60th anniversary year. Why are they not doing it? Why are they not doing it? But finally, for Blu-ray news, lo and behold, we thought they were cancelled. We thought we weren't going to get them. But the funding has been found because BBC America dropped the funding for the animations. But they're coming back with the Underwater Menace. I'm looking terribly. Let's just pull him forward. Yes, the Underwater Menace is finally getting a fucking animation, because it was originally going to be an animation because obviously they found 2 episodes. No, sorry, we already had that 1 episode on the Lost in Time box set. I remember seeing that back when I first got that, and then they found an episode 2 was already out, and then they found episode 3, and then obviously they telesnapped episodes 1 and 4 because they cancelled the animation, and the telesnaps for this fucking suck. Ask any Doctor Who fan, this is hands down one of the worst Doctor Who releases of all time, because with the episode 3, I'm not a fan of telesnaps in general because it's obviously not as good as animation in my way. I'm more of a visual storyteller and stuff like that, but at the same time, part 3 of the Web of Fear is much better because you can actually feel like they've taken care to tell a cohesive story with the telesnaps, whereas they're fucking all over the place. It's literally just I remember one of them is literally the same fucking shot 4 times over, and I'm just like, you're just like, what is happening? I was so lost watching it. This release has made me not want to go back to this episode. I've been doing a 60s rerun and I just haven't had the time or interest to go back to it. But this has a fantastic cover. Absolutely adore this cover. It's fantastic. It's just a piss poor release. But great news is they're finally coming back with the animation. They're animating those 2 episodes. Actually, they're animating all 4 episodes, which is quite nice. But at the same time, it's one that fans have been wanting to do, and having a re-release is very nice, and I'm very happy that they're getting it because, yeah, like I said, it's just been so off-putting. It's like I haven't wanted to go back and revisit this story because of the shitty release of it, and it's so glad that they're finally coming back and giving us some fucking hope. But what does that mean for the future of Doctor Who? Like, what does that mean for the future of the animations? Because there's been rumours of the Space Pirates getting animated as well. So will that be the next one? Will there be another one announced before the end of the year? Who knows? But at the same time, I'm so happy. I've got the Steelbook pre-ordered. You can also, again, pre-order that on Amazon, Zavi, H&B. You can pre-order all 3 of these on all 3 of them. It depends on what platform you prefer. I just get them on Amazon because it just comes nice and quick. And I also know they don't take money straight away, because some collectors don't, do you? Sometimes you don't have the funds. You know you'll have the funds by the time they'll be released, so you like it so it doesn't take the minute. Immediate. That's why I never pre-order off Arrow Video, because they always take the money straight away, and then sometimes you just can't afford it right away. Well, that's fair enough. That's just life, isn't it? But anyway, that is just upcoming Doctor Who content that's coming out. I wanted to do something a bit Doctor Who related. I do have another video in the works that is Doctor Who related, because I haven't really got that much in touch. Because I know a few people come over here I've got my fans who like to watch. I've got people who like to watch the Doctor Who stuff, and I've got people who like to watch the Blu-ray stuff. So I like to give you all a bit of mixture. I like to spruce up a bit. I just like to talk about everything. I like to talk about figures, the Eagle Moss statues, my Blu-rays, my DVDs, my collections. You know how we do. You know how we do it over here. I'm so full of energy. Also, did I tell you I've got a new fucking haircut, innit? Because the last one had a haircut. This time, new haircut, because my mate's getting married. So can't wait for that this weekend. Going on the stag do. Yeah. It's going to be fan-fucking-tastic. Anyway, guys, hope you did enjoy this video. Hopefully this was a little bit insightful if you're interested or whatever. Yeah. Little dance for you. Don't know when the next video is coming out, but got some more content coming up. Actually, I was kind of quite tired before I did this, and now I've done this video. I'm so excited. Anyway, guys, hope you have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Abash!